Hey, welcome back to the Crabby Dice. Today we're going to do the playthrough for Santiago de Cuba. So this is going to be a 3-player game, and the theme for this game is that we're all merchants in a city in Cuba called Santiago, trying to sell our goods to the ship to try to score the most victory points possible. Alright, it's a pretty simple game. Click on the link below for the setup and rules breakdown. If not, click on the link for my thoughts at the end of this video. 3 things before we start all the time. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to my playthrough for Santiago de Cuba. So, I'll start this ship at once. So, if you've never played before, follow along. It's a pretty short game. You can think of it like a communal rondel. So, there's a rondel technically over here where the car is going to be moving around in a circle, but we're all going to be controlling the exact same car. So, moving one spot is free, but moving extra spots will cost you money, and so on and so on. Every turn you'll do 2 actions, so the Cuban that I visit, and then you're going to visit one of the buildings on the outside of the board. Alright, so if you've never played before, follow along, I'll teach you how to play. So before we even start, the person in last, so it's going to be yellow. I am playing a 3-player game. I'll be red, I'll be playing against green and yellow. So yellow's going to roll the dice because they're last, and they're actually going to decide what goods start on the initial ship. And I think what they're going to do is just put the ones that show points or values, right? So the ship here wants 4 oranges, 2 rum, 1 tobacco, and 1 sugar. All right, and once all those needs are satisfied, the ship's actually gonna leave, and then we're gonna move the tracker down, and that's how the game's gonna end, because after 7 we're done. All right, so I'm first player. So what do I do? So the ship always starts at the port, and it moves once for free. Now, you can always pay a peso to move it again and again and again. You can move it as far as you want for 1 peso. We all start the game with 3 pesos. So I can actually move it 3 spaces. But I actually like that spot. So I'm actually going to get 2 sugar from the general supply. And there you go. So the goods always go behind your shield. And there you go. Pretty simple. And then what I do is I activate a building. So I need to activate a yellow building. So it's going to be in the yellow section up here. So the way that works is you're going to pick up your meeple and activate one of the buildings. So I got a couple of choices. I can go here to turn in one of those whites or any of those other goods to get 2 points to try to satisfy the needs of a boat. I can go here to turn in some of the whites that I got into rum, which is probably what I'm going to do. Or I can change the value markers up here. I actually like both those options, but I think I'm going to actually do the conversion here, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn in 3 whites for 3 reds. So I'm going to try to be the rum monopoly going forward. And that was my turn. Pretty simple, right? Now we're going to go to green player's turn. So what are they going to do? They're going to move the car once for free, and then they have a choice. Do they want to pay a peso to move it up or not? I think they're good with that one. So Alonso here, what they let you do is they let you put out a property marker on any building around the board, and basically what that means, if any other player lands or wants to use the ability of that building, you get to take a victory point from the general supply. And you know what, I think a building that looks interesting for them would be the, let's just put it on the other conversion building here. So if you want to make some black cubes, you're going to have to give, well, green's going to get a victory point from the general supply. Alright, and then you get to activate a white flower. So we're going to look down here. And I think what they're going to do is, I'm going to show you how the newspaper thing works here. So they're going to activate this spot here. And what's going to happen is they're going to make a peso. And what they get to do is turn over any Cuban on the board. Alright, that Cuban basically means that you can't activate that spot. And I think what they're going to do is sort of screw me over and remove the Mr. Martinez, who's technically like the bank and gives you 3 pesos. But he's going to flip him over. And there you go, that was his turn. So now we're going to go to yellow's turn. And he's going to move the car once for free. And you know what? I don't think they're interested in paying 2 pesos to move the car again and again, because you want to skip this spot for sure. So they're going to activate Maria and pick up straight up 2 points. So they're going to take 2 points here and store this behind their shield. Alright, and then they get to activate a red building. So which red building do they want? I don't think they want to activate that one, and they don't need to activate that one, so I don't think they have a choice. They're gonna go here to make 2 pesos and hide it behind their shield. And just like that, really fast, each player has done a turn already. All right, so let's go one full round. I'll explain to you more of the game. So next, I'm next to go. So there's really no like first, second, or third player. Just keep looping around and around and around until the game end is triggered, right? So I'm gonna go. I go 1. I obviously don't want to stay there, so I'm gonna have to pay a peso to move my car again. And you know what? I'll stay there, no problem. I'll pick up 2 green cubes. There goes behind my shield over here. And I get to activate a white building, so you're gonna get to move your little meeple here. So the white ones are down here. And a couple of rules: you can never, ever activate a building where somebody else's meeple is, right? So I would not be able to visit this building as well. So I get to do this one or that one. To be fair, none of them really excite me that much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go here to exchange one of my greens, I guess, into an orange. Why not? There you go. There you go. Now, one extra thing that I forgot to mention is every time the card passes by the Cuban that was flipped over, they flip back. And there you go. So now we're gonna go to green player's turn. They're gonna move this card once, and you know what? They're gonna actually pay a peso to move to the next spot. So they're gonna pay a peso to move to El Zorro. And what El Zorro does is every other player has to pay that player either a peso, a point, or a good of their choice. And you know what? I think everyone's just gonna pay green 1 peso. So yellow's gonna give him a peso, and then I'm gonna give him a peso. And already I'm hurting a little. I'm running out of money. And you're gonna notice that El Zorro doesn't actually have a colored in flower. That's because that one's gonna be the exact building that you're currently on. So that's the only way to reactivate a building you were actually on, because if not, you have to move your guy. So he's gonna reactivate this, so he's gonna make another $1. So his green is rich, and he's gonna flip over another guy. I think the one he's gonna flip over is I think he's gonna flip over Miguel. Alright, to force yellow to pay another $1 by swinging by this spot here. Alright, so next is gonna be yellow's turn. So yellow's gonna go here, he's gonna pay $1. He's gonna move to the next spot, and Pablo lets you take a good of any color of your choice, and he's looking at the demand currently here, and I think what they're gonna do is grab a should he grab an orange one? No, I think they're gonna grab a green one. Sorry, not a green one, a black one. Black ones are rarer than green because the only way to get a black one is through conversions or any other means. Alright, so he's going to take this one. Even though the ship doesn't need black, you hold on to your goods till further rounds anyway, so it's always good to have. Alright, then they get to activate a blue building. So they're going to activate one of those. So they don't have any wood, so this would be pointless. They can get a victory point or exchange money to victory points. Well, they're not that rich, so I think they're gonna just get a straight up victory point. So they're gonna come here, get a point, and put it behind the shield. Alright, then I'm next. And I'm kind of screwed right now. I only have $1. I can go to port or spend $1 to make it go to the Jose over there, but then I'm gonna be completely broke. And let's see, with the yellow, I would not even be able to get money because I can't get money up there. So I guess I will visit the port. So my action is going to be visiting the port. So I won't get a building action. And what do I want to turn in? Let's look at my supply here. No other player got red yet, and I know that for sure. So I don't need to turn in my red right away. I think what I am gonna do is turn in a green. Here you go. To the general supply. So I'm gonna satisfy the demand of this green. All right, and that's gonna score me 2 victory points. Take a 2 and put it behind my screen. And there you go. So the way the port works is a bit different than any other spot. With the I forgot to flip this over. With the port, you're all gonna take turns going around till everyone passes to try to satisfy the needs. Okay, so now we're gonna go to green, and green, I don't. You know what? Green's gonna turn in a white to score 2 points. So this is gonna go to 0. Then we're gonna go to yellow, and you know what? Yellow's gonna turn in an orange. So reduce this to 3. Score 2 points. Then we'll go to me. And should I turn in some more stuff? It's only 2 points. So you know what? I'm actually going to hold on to my stuff and I'll pass. Green's going to pass. And then yellow's going to pass. And there you go. That was the port action. Okay. So now it's going to be green's turn. And I'll be right back. All right, here we go. A little setup change so you'll be able to see what everyone has. So it's green's turn. So they're gonna move their ship 1. I did forget to move up the marker by 1 every time you either pass this spot or finish the port action. You get to move the marker. I'm gonna go here. So green's gonna want to take 2 whites. So they're gonna take 2 whites. All right, and then they get to activate a yellow building here. So they're gonna go. And I think the one that they want to activate is sure, they'll do the same thing that I did. They're gonna go into the rum business as well. So they're gonna exchange their 2 white into 2 red. So now I know that somebody else has red, even though it's hidden. You can sort of track it. So I might want to race here to try to satisfy these reds as fast as possible. All right, next is going to be yellow. Yellow is going to move here for free. I don't think they're interested in wasting any more money, so they're going to activate that spot, and they get to put out a property marker. And I think that what they're going to do is be smart, and they're going to put it on the bank right over here, and then they get to activate a white building. So they're going to take their marker, which is over here, move it onto a white building. And they're going to be smart again, because they know both green and red have red cubes. They're going to go here to the customs office to change the demand for red to 0. So that's sticking it to us. All right. And there you go. Then it's going to be my turn. So we just keep going around the table. So I think I'm going to stop there. I only have $1 and I don't feel like spending my money if I don't have to. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to make 2 victory points. To my supply, and then what I'm going to do is activate a red building, and I will activate the bank to give me 2 coins. Now yellow's going to get a victory point for that, so it's going to be 2 coins, and yellow's going to score points. I'm going to store their points up there. It's supposed to be hidden, but you can see everyone's play area. All right, next is going to be green. They're going to move the car. He doesn't really need more money. He has a ton of cash, so I think he will spend $1 to move the car again. Now let's see, 2 green. I think he'll stop there. So he's going to take up 2 green cubes. There you go. He's getting tobacco. These. All right, and then he gets to activate a white building, which is these ones over here. So he can be mean again and keep flipping over guys, and I think he's going to do that. And the reason he's going to do that is because he doesn't want people to satisfy the orange here and get a ton of points. So he's actually going to flip over Conchita over here. So he's going to flip her over. And then he's also going to get the coin that he spent back. All right, there you go. Yellow's turn. Now yellow has to spend the coin to bypass Conchita. I'm going to flip her back over. Go to El Zorro. I think they want to stay there, so Again, I think each player is going to give them a coin. It's pretty much the the cheapest thing you can give somebody. Victory points hurts a little, and goods are way more valuable than a coin. All right, and then they get to reactivate the building that they're on. So that was yellow's turn, so now they get to trigger this effect again. And what they're going to do is set the ship value to 0, and then the ship's going to leave. All right, so whenever a ship leaves, you're going to take all the dice. You're going to raise the ship marker here, and whoever triggered the ship to leave, so this time it would be yellow. Also, you get to change the set the value marker back to 2. Whoever triggered that effect is going to roll all the dice and set the ship value, the value for the next ship. So let's see. Right now they don't have much of anything but black, so I think they're going to keep black for sure. And I don't think they want to see a lot of orange because they don't have orange, and they know that both other players have orange, so they're going to leave that out. And they're going to pretty much set the boat like this. Alright, there you go. Alright, so after yellow, it's going to be my turn. And you know what? Let me go get some wood. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get 2 wood cubes. Ta-da! Wood is versatile because you can go there to get money and victory points, and you get a bunch of stuff. Then I activate a blue building. Hey, blue building. My first time activating a blue building. So blue buildings, actually it's my second time. So blue buildings, I can actually send in my wood for a victory point and a coin, or just straight up a victory point, or I can do the exchange for coins. What I think I'm going to do is activate the wood for victory point and money. So I'm going to give up a wood. I'm going to take 1 victory point, and I'm going to take 1 coin. Alright, then we're going to go to green, and green's going to go here. Actually, does green, let's see, does green want to go to port? They're looking at their supply here. They can actually give in their red, but the thing is, nobody's in a rush right now because, because right now the flag value is at 2, so giving in a good is only 2 points. So I think what they're going to do is just move once here to take any good of their choice, and I think what they're going to do is grab a black one, because the black one is a rarer one and it does need 2. So they're going to take black here, and then they activate a blue building. And unfortunately, from these over here, the only one that he really wants is maybe to do that one to get up victory points. You're going to notice in this game, you want to exchange victory points whenever you can, because you'll start running out of the lower values. So he'll exchange that for a 5, and I'll do that for the other 2 players shortly. Alright, that was green's turn. Now we're going to go to yellow's turn. And yellow just needs a lot of goods. They haven't been able to visit a lot of places, so what they're going to do is spend $1 to move the ship again. So it moves here for free, moves the ship again, so they're going to get 2 whites, sugar. There you go. At least you can do that. Then it activates a yellow building. So yellow's up there, and I did forget to move the marker up when we passed by the spot there. And I think what they're gonna do is raise the value of the ship like this. So now it's very enticing to all the players, because now by having it at 4, every good that you turn in is 4 points, which is gigantic. Alright, so my turn, I think I'm gonna go here and activate this spot, so I get to put out my property marker. I'm getting really annoyed by the press over here, so I think that's where I'm gonna put my token. So I'm gonna put it right over here. So if somebody decides to flip over that guy, well, I'll get at least a victory point out of it. Then I activate a white building, and look at that. Which one do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is exchange a... Should I do an exchange? Or should I change a demand? I think I'm going to do an exchange. No, you know what? I think I'm going to do change a demand. I think what I'm going to do is, because I don't have any black, I'm going to change the demand of black to 0. The other 2 players don't like me very much, but that's how it goes. Alright, then it's going to be green's turn. So we're going to move here for free. I don't think they're interested in only... 2 points. I think they're actually gonna pay 2 pesos to move it up twice. 1, 2 to pick up some green. Yeah, he's gonna pick up some green. So he's the king of the tobacco. And the goods are limited, right? So by having all of the green, well, you sort of control the monopoly of green. Nobody else can get green, and you can take your turn or take your time selling them to the ship. But unfortunately, then you're forcing other players to go here to set it to 0, so you sort of have to be flexible. All right, then after he's going to activate a white building, so he's going to go here. Oh, and look at that. I think he is going to give me a victory point, so he's going to go here. He's going to take $1. He's going to give me a victory point. I'm actually going to do an exchange here, so it's going to be 5. This is a 3. Right, and the one he's gonna flip over, I think, is gonna be I think he's gonna flip over the white one here. All right, so yellow's gonna go next. It's gonna go to Conchita here. Sure, they're trying to get more goods. They're running out of goods, so they're gonna stay there. Get 2 oranges here. Then they activate a red building. So I think they're gonna activate their own building here to get 2 coins. You sort of never want to be broke in this game, where you're always stuck going to the next building even though you don't want to go there, or next person. Then it's gonna be my turn. And do I really want to visit Zoro? If I go visit Zoro, I'm going to reactivate this one again. Alternatively, I could pay 1, 2, 3 coins to go to the port. I don't have any white. So right now the only ones I can turn in is white or red. I could turn in $2 and stop here. But I think I'm gonna make a big move here because I sort of have to. All right, so I think I am gonna pay 3 coins. 1, 2, 3. You sort of have to pick your moment here in this game. All right, so I'm gonna pick 3. So I move here for free. I actually only have to pay 2. 1, 2, and I'm gonna go to port. All right, and go to port is I get to sell first. So what I'm gonna do is give in my 2 rum, and that's gonna reduce the demand here by 2. Where's the 0? And I'm going to score 8 points. The reason it's 8 is for every good is now it's 4. Alright, then we're going to go to the next player. And green's actually going to pass because they can't even satisfy anything. And then yellow's going to go. And they're going to give in 2 whites to get 8 points as well. Actually, he'll turn in a 2 to take a 10. And we have Alright, and there you go. So that's done. So we're going to move on to the next ship. Yellow caused that to happen, so yellow is going to roll the dice. Alright, and what they're going to want to see is black, orange, and do they really want white? Sure, white, and let's say doesn't really matter. There you go, done. That was the end of my turn, so now it's gonna be green's turn. Alright, so green's turn. He kind of screwed himself over because he flipped this over and maybe he didn't calculate that I was gonna move the car that far, so he's gonna have to pay $1 to move it up. So he's gonna pay 1 for free, and then he's gonna pay $1 to move it again. And I think he'll stay there. He's gonna put his marker on a new building, and I think the one he's gonna go on is the well, he's got that converter. He's gonna put on this one as well. All right, so if you want to convert your goods, you're gonna have to give him a, well, he's gonna take a victory point from the general supply. Then he activates a white building. So he's already here and I'm here. So he has absolutely no choice but to go here. All right, so you can't go on another building that somebody already is on, unless the only exception is if you don't have a choice, then you can pick any building. For example, if I was here and yellow was here and he was here and he has to go on white, then he can pick any building he wants because none are technically available. So that means they all are available. All right, so for that one, he's going to run a conversion. I think what he's going to do is convert a green into no, yeah, he's gonna turn a green into an orange. Boom. There you go. Now it's yellow's turn. It's gonna move it up for free. They have money. I mean, they don't want to activate a red building. It's kind of pointless. So what they're gonna do is actually pay 2 coins, because they need goods. So they're going to pay 2 coins to go 1, 2. They're going to take 2 greens. And that's the last greens in the supply, so nobody can pick up greens anymore. Alright, then they're going to activate a white building. We're in the white section here, so they have absolutely no choice. They have to go here, so I will make a victory point. Alright, and that one gives them back $1. And they get to flip over any guy. And I think what they want to do is sort of screw me over. So they're going to flip over Conchita here. And there you go. Then it's going to be my turn. I'm going to go here. I'm going to pay $1. I'm going to go here. I'm basically going to activate Zorro. They're both going to give me $1. So this is pretty much a wasted turn for me. I netted a whole $1. And I get to reactivate this spot, which I didn't really want to do. But I get to change any of these to 0. And I think what I'm going to do is for sure change the black die to a 0. Because I don't have any black. And I'm done. So green's going to go next. They're going to move 1. Do they really want to stay there? Sure, because they want to make some cash. So they're going to take 2 wood. But then they're going to activate the blue building here to exchange 1 wood for 1 point and 1 gold. 1 peso. Alright, then yellow's gonna go. I think yellow's gonna move only 1. And I think the good that they want is another black one. Even though it doesn't need black, black is hard to get, so they're gonna take a black one. Yeah, there you go. Alright, then it's my... actually, they have to activate a blue building, so they're gonna go up there. So they either get a point. I think they'll do that. I'm gonna go here to get a point. Then it's my turn. I forgot to reset that back up to 2. Sorry about that. My turn. I obviously don't want to stop there. And I don't want to stop there. So I'm actually going to have to spend $2 to get out of there. Oh man. That sucks. Okay. I guess so. I'm going to spend $2 to go. What, this is free? To 1, 2. Alright. Yeah. That's how it goes. So I get to flip this back over. We raise the flag because we crossed the port. I get to put out my property marker. I think what I'm going to do is put it on... I can sort of have a monopoly on this section here. Or I can actually go over here. I'll put on that one. Alright. And then I have to activate a white building. I'm going to go here. So I get $1 back. Thank God. And then I get to flip over any spot I want. And I think what I'm going to do is screw green over and flip over the next one. It's going to be green's turn. So you see, you keep going. It goes quite fast. Even a 3-player game you can play in like 45 minutes. So green's going to go. This is free. They're going to have to pay $1 to go to the next spot. They don't want to activate this building. Oops, I forgot to put this back over. They don't want to activate this building because there's no greens left. So I think they're going to stay there to make 3 gold. And a yellow building. So they're going to activate one of those. I think they're going to be excited and go here to raise this to 4. Because there's no other yellow buildings coming up. So that means nobody's going to be able to move the flag. That means they'll be able to sell a lot of their stuff for high values when they get there. Alright, then yellow's going to go. We flip this back over. So they're going to move here, but they don't want to activate that spot. So they're going to pay $1. To move again. Do they want 2 oranges? Sure. Sure, let me get 2 oranges. Why not? At this point, why not? Then they activate a red building. So I think they're gonna go make some more money because they know they're gonna lose some in a couple of seconds. And then it's my turn. And I think what I'm gonna do is actually pay $1 to skip this spot. So this is free because I don't really want to activate this spot. Although I could. You know what? I'll activate it. It's fine. So each player is going to give me $1. At least I'll get some cash back. Then I reactivate this spot, so I'll make back another $1. So I'm not really making points or tokens, so I'm sort of spinning my wheels, which is not a good place to be. And then I get to flip one of the tokens over. And the one I'm going to flip over is this one here. Alright, there you go. So, green's gonna go next. Yeah, green's gonna go next. We're gonna visit here. And I think they're gonna take the 2 wood. Then they're gonna activate a blue building. I think they're gonna activate the same spot, the one that I own. So I'm gonna make a victory point. They're gonna turn in a wood for a victory point and a coin. I think I'm gonna have to turn in some of these. So this is 6, 7. All right. There you go, yellow's turn. So obviously they don't want to stop here, so they'll pay a coin to go to the next spot. And I think they're gonna stop because they want to satisfy some of these demands. So they're gonna go first. They're gonna turn in 2 oranges here. So this goes to 0. So they're gonna get 8 points for that. Then I'm gonna go. I have to technically pass or get a coin for a point for my my wood, but I guess I'll keep it. So I'm gonna pass. Green's gonna pass. Then yellow's gonna actually turn in his white. Score 4 more points. Put a 5. Give back a 1. Then pass, pass, pass. We all pass. Right? At the end of their turn, this is gonna move on to the flag, which means the boat's gonna leave. So they're gonna decide the next boat as well. So we roll this out, and look at that, it's perfect for them. They want black. They want, well, they don't want red. They'll do this, they'll do this, and they'll do this. They don't want to see red at all because they know that we have red and they don't have any red whatsoever. And there you go. Alright, so I'm next player. I'm gonna move the car once for free. I'm gonna stop there to get my 2 sugar. Alright, then I activate a yellow building, which is up there. And what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna keep my sugar because the sugar is actually useful there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move the marker over once. All right, green's gonna go. Move it once. I think they're gonna put out their last property marker. Why not? And I think they're gonna put it right here. Then they activate a white building, so they're gonna look down here. And I think what they're gonna do is, oh man, I think they're gonna convert a good. So they're gonna convert an orange into a red, into a black. Alright, then it's going to be yellow's turn. They're going to go here. Do they want to activate that for 2 points? They could pay 1 to net an extra 2 gold. I mean, it's not a bad idea. Let's see, this is red. Is there one of those buildings there? Well, they can get 2 coins there as well. Or here, actually they can't because they're on it. Or this is a yellow building which is here, so they're stuck doing this one or this one. Actually, what they're gonna do is pay $1 to go here. Then that's gonna net them $3. Then what they're gonna do is they're gonna activate the yellow building here to turn in a green for 2 points. That's gonna satisfy this one here, and they're gonna score 2 points. Turn that and that. So they're flying right now. They have 31 points. Green got 7 and I have 21. So they got more points than both me and green combined. That's pretty crazy. Alright, done. So it's gonna be my turn. Fortunately, I don't want to stop here because it would net me 1 green. Stopping at a red building, I would give them some money. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend $1. This is free, and $1 to come here. That's gonna net me 2 oranges. So I got a ton of oranges. Which could be good. Maybe if I can finish off a ship, then I can sort of make sure that the orange dye comes out. Then I get to activate a red building. Up here, I think I'm gonna activate, I don't have any green, so I have to activate this one here. That's gonna net me $2. And yellow is gonna score another point. Alright, green's gonna go. What does green want to do? Does green want to race for that ship to turn in for 3 points? Let's see, they're on the conversion as well. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna activate El Zorro here. And the reason they're doing that is because this will basically get a gold from each of us. But more importantly, he's gonna get to convert his orange into another black. So when we hit the port, he'll be able to turn in his 3 black. Alright, that's because he reactivates his guy because of the flower. So now it's gonna be yellow's turn. Does he really want wood? Sure, I guess. Sure. Yeah. I'll get 2 wood. I'll get 2 wood. Just thinking it over. I mean, he can spend $1. He can't. Oh, he doesn't have the white either. Yeah, he'll take 2 wood. That's fine. Then he'll activate a blue building. So he's gonna activate this building. So I'll get a victory point. And he gets to turn in a wood for a victory point and $1. There you go. Then I'm gonna go, and I think I'm gonna just move it here to score any cube of my choice. And I think the one that I want is, do I take more white? I think I'm gonna take a black one because I don't know what he has, so technically that's what I would have done on my turn. All right. Then I activate a blue building, so I gotta go there or there, and I think I'm just gonna go get a victory point. So I'm gonna turn in my 2 1s for a 3. There you go. So then green's gonna go. They're obviously gonna stop at the port, and I think what they're gonna do is turn in their 3 black for 9 points. So give them a 10, turn a 1. Alright, so this goes to 0. Then yellow's gonna pass because they don't have any white, and then it comes to me. I'm gonna actually turn in my 2 whites for 6 points. Boom, and just like that, I caused it to go to 0. So a new ship's gonna come. But this time I control the demands. I'm gonna roll it and see what happens. So I was hoping for a large orange value because I have orange. So I'm gonna keep the orange one for sure. I don't have any more white. I do have black, so I think I'm gonna keep black. I have red and I have green. So let's not play with white. And there you go. Alright, so where we left off, green's the next player, so they're gonna go. So this is free. Did I want white? The ship doesn't need white. And they don't have to put out any more ownership markers. They don't need more green. I guess they'll stay there. They'll get some white, maybe we'll turn it into some red later. Although they do have red anyway, so they'll do that. And then they activate a yellow building, so they're gonna move up there. They pretty much own all of those. And I think because they know they probably have the most goods, what they're gonna do is go on the spot there to raise the value of all the goods on the ship. Alright, yellow's gonna go next. They're gonna go up. It's getting late in the game. 3 ships left. Is there a point of putting out an ownership marker? Let's look at their stuff. They only have 4, plus they'll activate a white building, which is down here, which isn't fantastic. Sure, why not? Let them put out an ownership marker. I think, what's the spot that a lot of people have been going to? I think they're gonna go right over here, in the victory point space. Then they get to activate a white building over here. And to be honest, none of these are great. I think they're gonna do this spot here, and they're gonna get a coin and flip over a guy. What does he want to get rid of? I think he's gonna get rid of the, I guess the white. Yeah, they'll flip over this and we'll see what happens. It's kind of far ahead, but we'll see. Alright, then it's gonna be my turn. I don't have great options here. I don't want to go here. I don't need this. It's more money. And I don't want to pay a ton of money to go further. So I'm gonna go advance 1 space for free. It's gonna be straight up 2 points. Hey, 2 points is better than nothing. 2 points, and then I activate a red building. So looking up here. God, none of these are great. I think I'm just gonna go here to give yellow a point and get 2 more coins. It's gonna be green's turn. He's so rich. I don't think he wants to stop there. He also doesn't want to stop there, and he doesn't want to stop there. Doesn't want to stop at any of these places. He doesn't mind actually going to Zoro, so he raises the value of this again. So that's what he'll do. He'll pay 2 because he's rich to go. Actually, I'll have to pay 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I'll actually pay 3 because he knows he'll get 2 coins back from us. Yeah. And then he gets to activate the exact same spot again. He's going to raise the value of the ships again. And now it's going to be yellow's turn. I don't think yellow wants... does yellow want? The problem is, if yellow goes here, I'm going to bypass this for sure. And by bypassing it, I'm going to make the ship leave because it's going to go to the flag. And I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing anyway, because green's gonna want to activate this. All right, so I think yellow's gonna go here, so they're gonna pay a coin to skip a spot. They're gonna take a good of their choice. I think they're gonna take let them take a red. Why not? Alright. Then they activate a blue building. So they're gonna go up there. And unfortunately, I think what they're gonna do is come here to give me a victory point. And they're gonna turn in their wood to score a point. There you go. Then it's gonna be my turn. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend, this is free, but I'm gonna spend a coin to go here, and another coin to go here. And then I'm gonna stay there. So I'm gonna put my property mark. Oh, before we do that, I passed here, so the ship's gonna leave. And I get to reset the ship. Ah, these oranges are never coming out. So I don't have any white, so I'll leave that out. Guess I'll put this, and this. I'll finish off my turn. So I put out my property marker. Let me put it out on this spot here. Why not? Then I get a white spot, which is here. And I think what I'm gonna do is go here. Actually, I'm gonna go here to exchange one of my oranges into a red. Alright, there you go. Alright, green's next player. Does he really need more money? So he can stop here to activate a red building over there. But he does need victory points. He knows he's behind on victory points. So you know what? He's gonna stop here, get 2 points, and then activate a red building. So he's gonna go. He's got a ton of green. So you know what? He's gonna convert some of his green into black. He can get rid of 2 of his green to get 2 blacks. So he's got a bit of everything. So he's very versatile. He's got like 2 of everything. So we'll see how that works. Next is gonna be yellow. He's gonna go once here for free. Does he really want money? I think he does, because then he can convert it later for points. So he's gonna get 3 coins. And then a yellow building. So yellow's up here. Oh, and I think they're gonna satisfy a need on the ship. So they're gonna get rid of this because they know they're ahead in points. So they're gonna get rid of this, lower this to 0, score 2 points. Boom, just like that. Alright, then it's my turn. I don't need more oranges, so I'll go here. I'll get 2 greens. I don't really need it. Activate a white. So I was here. So I guess I will go here, get a coin to flip a guy over. I think I'm gonna flip over Zoro. Yeah, I'll flip over Zoro. There you go. Alright, so green's next. Green really wants to go deliver something, but the values are really crappy right now. So they're gonna go here, I guess. Get a couple of oranges. Activate a red building. They're already on red, so they're gonna have to move. And I think what they're gonna do is, you know what? They're gonna have to start selling things for coins here. So they're gonna get rid of 1 of each for 4 points. You know, and at a certain point, you can't just dilly-dally with all your resources. There you go, 4 points. Next is gonna be yellow. They're gonna go here for free. They're gonna pay a coin for sure to not do nothing. They're gonna come here, and let's see how much coins they have left. They can pretty much pay to do whatever they like. So I think what they're gonna do is pay a coin to activate anything they like. and we'll get any resource they want. I think they're gonna take another red one here, and it's gonna be my turn. This is free. I'm definitely gonna pay a coin to skip it to go here. So it raises up by 1. I'll get 2 whites. Activate a yellow building here. So whichever I pick, green's gonna get a point. So I think I'm gonna raise the value of everything by 1 here. So green's gonna get a point. 3, 4, 5. And then it's gonna be green's turn. Oops, this was supposed to flip back over. I always forget. Green's gonna pay to not do that because he doesn't have any ownership markers left. And I think he'll stay there to keep collecting points, which is fine for him. He's gonna get 2 points, activate a red. He's already in the red section, so eeny meeny. I think they're gonna come here to score 2 more gold to the bank. We convert some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So that was green's turn. Then now it's yellow. They don't really need money. They don't even need green. They don't need orange. I mean, at this point, they want to go deliver, but they don't want to advance too much because then somebody else will trigger it and sell their stuff before they do. So they don't want to go too far ahead. So I think what they're going to do is get 3 gold and just see what happens in the next few rounds. So they're pretty much rich. They're going to activate yellow. They're already in the yellow section, so they have absolutely no choice. They have to come here. Actually, that would have been a bad move then. Let's go back. They would have noticed that, so obviously they would pay a coin to go here. Instead of netting 3, they're going to pay 1. They're going to take 2 greens. And then they're going to activate a white building here. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to actually take out Zorro because they don't want me to land on Zorro to make the ship leave. And they're going to make a coin. Alright, then it's going to be my turn. Oh, this sucks. So I can do this for free. I only have 3 coins left. So I can go 1, 2, 3. Pay a coin here, pay a coin here. See, ideally I would love to go here, but I'm missing 1 coin. If I had 1 more coin, you can't really see, everything's out of the scope here. So if I had 1 more coin, I'd be able to hit the port and I'd be able to sell my rum before anyone else does. Oh no, no. So do I come here and get any good of my choice to get ready for the falling round? Or do I just get the wood? Sure, let me pay 2. 2, so go 1, 2. I'll get the 2 wood. And like usual, activate a blue. I'm obviously going to go here to turn in a wood for a coin and a point. Alright, then it's going to be green's turn. And I think green definitely wants to go to the port. So they're going to pay a coin to go to port. And what do they want to do? I think they're going to give up an orange. Score 4 points. It's a great return for an orange. Next is going to be yellow, and they're definitely going to give up their 2 rum for 8 points. I think they definitely won this game. So let me turn in all this stuff for a 10. But we'll see. Alright, there you go. So the ship's been satisfied. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. They're going to roll the die. So this is going to be the last ship. And then they decide. So they have a bunch of black, so they want to keep the black. They have a ton of green, so they want to keep the green. They have a ton of orange, they want to keep the orange. And let's see, between these two, I'm gonna put the red, whatever. There you go. Alright, this is the last turn of the game. So that was yellow's turn, so now it's gonna be my turn, so I move here for free. I think I will take 2 whites. Yeah, sure, why not? Take 2 whites. And I think I will activate the yellow building here to turn my whites into reds. 4. There you go. Because it's the last ship and they don't want white, so I might as well just load up on red. So at least I know that almost nobody has red, so I'm almost assured to get their red 2 over there. I do have to give green a victory point for that. So let's just get it some change here, so that's 5. Alright, so now it's green's turn. I mean, green's gonna pay a coin, so this is free. They're gonna pay a coin to come here to get another 2 points. They activate a red building, so I think they're gonna do the same thing they did last time. Come here, turn in a red and a black, score 4 points. So they're catching up. Got a ton of points. Then it's gonna be yellow. Oh man, yellow again. What does yellow want to do? Yellow, 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 yellow. They don't need any of these stuff, so I think they're gonna just move once, get 3 coins. And in the yellow section here, they're gonna activate the flag value here to raise everything to 3. And it's gonna be my turn. I move this for free. I don't really want that space. I got only 2 coins, unfortunately. So I will pay 1 coin to go to Conchita here. She's gonna give me 2 oranges. So I'm full of goods. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this stockpile. And then I'm gonna activate the building here. So yellow's gonna get a point. And I'm gonna make 2 coins back. Alright, now green's gonna go. The thing is, green doesn't want to activate El Zorro because he can activate this and he doesn't have those goods left, so that's pointless. So this is free. I think what they're gonna do is pay 2 coins. Let's go 1, 2. And I think what they're gonna do is take another. Oh, they only have choices between these, so I think they'll take a black. Boom. Alright, then it's be yellow's turn. Yellow's gonna move into the port and he's gonna try to engage in a trade with the ship. So what does he want to do? I think the first thing he's gonna do is he can do either one. I mean, at this point he can do anything, right? You can pretty much do any of the ones. This will be 2 out of 3, 3 out of. So I think what he's gonna do is give up his 2 black. Yeah, because he doesn't know how much blacks we have, right? So he's gonna give up his 2 black for 6 points. I'm gonna reduce this by 2. Then it's gonna be my turn. And to be fair, I have so many goods I can pretty much do anything. So I'm gonna give up my 2 oranges because I don't know what they have. So 2 oranges here for 6 points as well. Let's take a couple of 3s. Then it's gonna be green's turn, and they're gonna do 2 greens for 6 points. Then it's gonna be yellow's turn, and oh, they can't do anything else anymore, so they're gonna pass. Then it's gonna be my turn, and I think I'm gonna do 1 black for 3 points. Because I noticed that he kept selling his red at that thing, so he didn't have any. So pass, pass, and it's my turn again. Oops, sorry. And then I'm gonna sell my last 2 reds here for 6 points. Boom, and just like that, it's gonna trigger the end game because that was the 7th ship. Alright, I'll come back for end game scoring. Actually, before we go to endgame scoring, I did forget to do one thing. When you sell to the ship, you are able to get rid of your wood. So, I mean, there's no point in holding on to them. So that would have been an extra 2 points for me. And that would have been an extra 2 points for green over here. Alright, doesn't really matter. Yellow still won. So I ended up with 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, 50. And actually, wait, it's going to be closer. So he's at 53. And green's only at, not much actually, 30, 42. Alright, but for every 3 goods, you'll score a point. So that's an extra 1, 2, 3. And yellow's only going to get an extra 1. And green's going to get an extra 1. So, final tally. Yellow is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 53, 54 points. I'm going to have 5, 53. So 54 to 53. So I lost by 1. Money's not worth anything at the end of the game, I don't think. And poor green had 1, 2, 3, 4, 42, 43. 43. So he lost horribly. Alright, that's how you score. So there you go. Stay tuned for my thoughts. Alright, final thoughts for Santiago de Cuba. So, what do I think of this game? Well, it's a mixed bag in how the mighty have fallen. I used to love this game. It is almost 10 years old at this point, and when I was early on in my board gaming hobby, I used to love this, play this all the time. It was great. Now, it's really starting to show its age. So, let's start with the normal things we talk about. First is the components. It is showing its age. I mean, these screens are kind of pitiful. They're tiny as well. They're way too small. It would have been better just to have the cardboard ones that are a bit bigger. These are thick cardboard, which is nice, but they're very plain, very small, and barely hide anything. You have the goods that are very plain cylinders and cubes. You have the dice, which are wooden dice, which I hate, but you know, they're functional. And there's not that many components in the box. I mean, literally the box is tiny, and it could have been even smaller. It could have been one of those tiny like tiny epic games where you can fit all that stuff in one of those boxes. Also, those victory point chits, oh my god, do I hate those victory point chits. They're really annoying. They don't give you enough of the smaller ones, and you constantly have to do exchanges, and it's so annoying. And also, I don't know why they give you 3s. You rarely ever run out of the 1s. But that's what it is. Alright, so the components, mixed bag. The tiles are nice, and the art is pretty cool. The board is really nice, I gotta mention. I think it's a Michael Mendez drawing, which is really cool. What else? So, that's the components. Let's talk about the gameplay. Gameplay is cool. It's a common rondel, which you've seen. It's you just both controlling the car. The one problem I do have with the common rondel is you can get really hosed depending on the player count. So if you're playing 4 players, you almost have no control over what's happening, right? By the time it hits your turn again, the car could have been 6 spaces down the road, could be 3 spaces down the road. You can't plan anything. You're just basically at the whims of what other players are going to be doing. All right, and sort of that can cause a problem where somebody can get hosed round after round after round, and it could be really frustrating. It happened to me once where, you know, in a 4-player game, somebody kept moving the car to a place where it wasn't advantageous for me to move to the next spot, so I had to keep spending money and money. At a certain point, I didn't even have money, so I kept having to go to the next spot and doing a suboptimal move. All right, and I ended up losing by like over 25 points that game because it kept getting hosed. All right. The other thing about the gameplay that might cause a problem is I mean, when I first started board gaming, I didn't really mind this spot, but now this building is starting to get on my nerves. It sucks really bad to gather the resources to deliver to a ship just to have somebody go to the customs office to reduce the demand to 0. And the problem is this thing can get triggered multiple times during the rondel, so it could really deplete the resources of a ship really fast. So this can turn into like a 45-minute game if people keep using this and keep reducing the resources to 0. then everyone's stuck just exchanging for 2 points as soon as it hits the port the first time, because they know by the time it hits the second time around, everything's going to be set to 0. You're going to move on to the next ship. So it's more of a race. I mean, it kind of sucks. If this game was made nowadays, that customs office would probably not exist. What I do is a variant, which sometimes we play with, depending on how mean we want to be. We change it to, instead of 0, we reduce the demand by 1 or 2 of a good. So if it was a 4, you'd still have some available goods there, and if it was a 1, well, then you'd set it to 0. Something like that. The other buildings, everything else works fantastic. It all works well. Getting goods, exchanging the goods for better versions of the goods, the exchanging, I really like the flipping over of the Cubans. That's a really great strategy. So you can either flip the next one over so the next person has to pay 1, or flip over a tile so you regain sort of a monopoly of a certain type of good. So that's great. So interaction is really high as well. Like you saw, it is a communal rondel, so whatever decision you're making with the car, it's going to affect everyone else around the table. Sometimes they're going to moan and groan if you're skipping a bunch of spots. That's maybe somebody wanted to not skip to activate on their turn, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Is there anything else? Strategy, I mean, it is very tactical. Like I said, you can't really decide what you're going to do next. What I would say, also, on to my next point, is player count. This game works really well at 2 and 3, and I'm starting to hate it at 4. Alright, so if you were to play this, play it at 3 or 2 players, and it works great. At 2, it's like a really cool back and forth, and you can strategize more on the map because the car won't move that far before it hits your turn again. And plus, you'll have a ton of goods to sell at the port, so you'll have even more points. So it's a much higher scoring game if you're 2 players than if you're 4. At 4 players, the scores are much smaller because port values are dropping like flies, and so on and so on. Okay, and that's my thoughts. It's not all good, some bad things. I have to drop my rating for this one. I used to think it was great, but now on 6, I give it unfortunately a 3 out of 6. Much better games have come out with rondel systems. Also, I have to make a quick comparison between this and Finca. They both came out, I believe, at around the same time, or I played them at around the same time, and they're both basic rondel games, communal rondel games. So they're both based on having the same circular fashion. You're moving your thing around and manipulating the board afterwards. At first, I used to like this one more than Finca, but recently I've played Finca and I actually like Finca more than this one. So maybe I'll review Finca soon and sort of give you guys a comparison. But that's how it is. So pretty solid game still. It's showing its age. I think I'm not gonna hold on to it anymore. I do have too many games in my collection, so I gotta purge some stuff. So there's the thoughts, reviews / whatever on Santiago de Cuba. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.